Hello, guys. It's me. I woke up a little late because I had a crazy night. And, well, I'm awake now. And, yeah. This is the song I was playing. Wow! Fake orchestra from the off game. Um, what was crazy about last night? Oh, I'll tell you guys about it later. Let me tell them? Okay, fine. I'll tell you guys what happened. But it's crazy. So, last night after we finished streaming, oh, whoops, Bongo was like, I think Bongo has been going a little stir crazy since she doesn't work at the donut place anymore. She doesn't go out. I kind of had that same feeling when I lost my job in an inside store. So it's understandable. But Bongo decided to do something kind of crazy. She decided for us, well, first it was just gonna be her, but I decided to go along because uh I don't want her going off on her own to some unfamiliar place. And it was this place that was near, remember like when she was showing you guys yesterday, like where her story takes place? So she got this motel that was somewhere over there in the middle of the night. And full screen, oops, how do I do that? I don't know how to select it. I keep clicking the back part. But anyway, uh, so we were heading up there, right? We were heading up there. And I was already like really nervous because I'm like, it's the middle of the night. I wanted to play eugenics, but now we're on this long like ride to this place. Who drove you? We took a freaking lift. And you want to know the craziest part? On our way up there, when we were telling the guy like where we were going and stuff, he was like, and we were already almost there when he said this. I don't know why he didn't say this sooner. He was saying like, "Oh, you just so you guys know, there's no lifts in this place. There's no lifts in this area. There's no taxis. There's no Ubers. There's nothing like that. Or you're gonna have a hard time getting it." That's what he said. And by this point, I'm like, "Whoa, bro, I gotta stream tomorrow. How the hell are we gonna?" But no, Bongo was like, "Oh no, it's fine. We'll get home." And so we got there, and I thought maybe the guy was just being a little. Maybe the guy was exaggerating. Maybe he's wrong. Maybe he doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't even live there, right? And guess what? When we got there to this place, this big old wooden cabin motel, uh, the old man working there, we asked him about the lifts, like getting lifts and stuff like that. And he didn't even know what we were talking about. He didn't even know what we had to say taxis for him to understand what we meant. We mean like a taxi. And then he was like, "Oh yeah, people they be here for days trying to get a taxi." And I was like, "Oh great." And this motel was not very nice looking. I mean, it was cool. It was a very nice area. I'll admit that. The area, it felt much the weather, even though it wasn't that far of a drive. Well, it was. It was like a little over like almost 2 hours. But the weather was a lot nicer. I'll give it that. And that had the water from the faucets was cleaner. I'll give it that. And then they had a very small TV. They only had like a few channels, and we were watching these really weird ass movies I've never seen. One was about like these people hunting down a giant lizard. And then we did end up getting home though, because what we did is we ordered the lift that night, like to like schedule it to come pick us up at like 11:30 a.m. And then she left a huge tip, so it would like entice people to say yes, and it worked. We got home. So yeah, crazy woodland adventure. That's what happened last night, and that's why I woke up late. And we got home at 1 p.m. So I took a nap and then I woke up. Why didn't I go? Because I was like, I wanted to like, I didn't want Bongo going by herself to a place that we've never been to. It was alright. Everybody there was really nice. The people were very, very friendly and nice. It was a cool place. I did teach her. She learned a lesson. I told her, Bongo, next time you want to do something like this, would it not be better to at least plan like a day, to, you know? And she was like, yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. So I think she learned her lesson, and so did I. Hang on, be right back. Why did you go in the middle of the night except for a weekend? Because Bongo really wanted to go right then and there, but that's why Bongo has to learn things the hard way. Where is Bongo? She's laying in her bed and she's tired because of what happened last night. Bongo's streaming by herself today. Yeah, I'm streaming by myself today. Bongo, I think, is gonna be too tired. I was almost too tired, but then I was like, my people need me, so I came. Yeah. So yeah, we went on a crazy torn adventure. And it was alright. Nothing bad happened. It was just really crazy, I guess. The most craziest part was when they kept telling us that we weren't going to get right back, but we did. So they were all wrong. TTS? Oh shit. I don't know if I turned on TTS. Did you make it to Wiggins Crossing? No. Bongo kept trying to tell people, because the people were asking her about like her story. And she was like, do you know where Wiggins Crossing is? And everybody said no. Nobody knew what the fuck Wiggins Crossing was. But apparently we were close to it. Let me check to make sure my thing is on. And then I'll pin it. I think I just gotta click that, right? Alright. It's on. Now let me pin it. KPP on? Yeah, KPP is definitely on. I checked that right before. Oh shit. Hang on. For what? What? Just forget. Okay, I won't. I'm not gonna dox this. Oops. Oh, I accidentally sent the wrong message. There. Sorry, Perno. CCCP on. I don't even know what that is. BBC on Bingo. The British Broadcasting Channel. So. First things first. I already had this pulled up. I already got this ready before I even started the stream. I knew I was gonna be opening it. And oh yeah, I'm not doing a fact of the day. What I said just now about what we did last night. That was my fact of the day. That was my fact. My fact was what I did last night. It's a fact that I had a crazy night. So let's see here. Here is, what's your name? Wait, what's your name? What is your name? Dorky. Dorky, just come back home. I don't think you're gonna be able to go on this adventure. Oh, are you stuck? I gotta go check on my other guy. Sorry, Dorky. How you doing, champ? Let me check your vitals. You're really tired. What about you, Bub? You're hungry. Where's Goldie? I mean, Honey. I keep calling him Goldie by accident. Where the fuck is Honey? Oh wait, this is Honey. And there is Champ. Honey and Champ are so similar. I want Honey and Bub to have kids. So it's gonna be kind of weird having only one female. I just now realized. I think I need to hatch another female or something because now I want to have inbred. But it's gonna lead to inbreeding. Unless I bust out more hatchery norns. There's a female egg right here. Guys, I'm thinking about hatching another female. How old are these norns? Yes?
Hey, Bingo. Blaine here. Sending a TTS from Jen's computer on Bet's account, using Mint's money. Can we get an 18-hour creature stream? No breaks?
I'll consider that. I'll just keep playing for as long as I need to. Thanks, Blaine. Whatever you say, pal. Does inbreeding mess up the norns? Yes. It does. And that's what actually messed up all my norns from my last game. As a matter of fact. Where is Bongo? She just got up to go out of the room. She's in my house. Get some more food down here for you guys. Yeah?
Hey, can you tell Bongo that it's great that she's so adventurous, and that I hope she has a good rest and feels okay today? Oh, don't say to you.
Thank you, that was really nice CTS. Bongo, she really enjoyed it, so I think she'll be fine. She had a good time. And she was just glad that she tried it, I think. Which is good, you know, I understand that. Are they growing bigger after I just sprayed them? Oh. I don't think Bongo has any regrets. I regretted it. I regretted going for a while. But I was glad that we were able to get home when we wanted to, so it wasn't that big of a deal. This game is sexual and violent. Are you serious? This game is not violent nor whatever you said. Sexual. Don't be like that. This game is actually very wholesome if you know how to play it right. does get mad at her Norns though. Of course they get mad at them. People get mad at their kids sometimes. Doesn't mean they are bad people. See, like, you gotta do that sometimes. Thank you, Wildnew Shoes, for the 5 subs. Everybody, W Wildnew Shoes. No grafting? Graft? Okay, fine. Hold your horses. I'm gonna graft 3 times. What? What? 5? This is my stream. Fine, I'll grab 5 times. Okay, I'm gonna grab 5 times. I'm grafting. I'm grafting. I'm grafting. I'm grafting. I'm grafting. Boom. Why is Bongo talking? She's telling me how many grafts I'm supposed to do. Bongo directing from bed. Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, Bingus Bungus. Ever consider hoarding lots of copper on your late-night excursions? It's at its highest value currently. Thanks. I'll hang up and listen.
Actually, we were collecting copper for a while. I think copper looks really pretty. I think it's a very pretty material. And I like to look at it and stare at it. So we would rip up the cords, and we would rip out the copper. And I would just look at it. Why are you gathering copper? I think we were trying to recycle it or something, but we never did anything with it. I thought about using it to make like cool stuff out of. Like I could make like a little copper shit. But I didn't know if that would be good. To waste like, you know, material. Hey, being a long-time listener, first-time caller. What does that mean? I know someone who tried to steal copper wire. Well, it's a valuable resource. Just like silver and gold. And bronze. Bingo, kill your Norns okay? No, I've already had enough Norns die. How many Norns do you want to possibly die before you're satisfied? What's that noise? Where's Bub? Why am I missing? Oh, here he is. Bub, why are you so hungry? Hey, let me eat some food. Oh, good job, Bub. You eat that right up. Fuck. I think that did really good. I didn't know those plants were so good at making them not be hungry. Eat the cheese too? Good job, Bub. Are you getting full? Oh, you tired? Alright, go ahead. Get some sleep, buddy. What about you two? You're not hungry at all. And you're not really hungry either. So my Norns have been really good. The only thing is they're always tired / exhausted. Yeah, they're always exhausted and tired, and sometimes they get bored. They need... I need to know how to keep them awake. I'm gonna Google this right now. How to how to make Norns have more energy. Carefully balance our diet, encourage natural sleep cycles, or use environmental specific items. Yeah, the energy injection, I can't do that in Creatures 2. Oh, I've had to put Creatures 2, that's why. Boosting energy exhaustion in Creatures 2, you can administer energy injections. No, I can't. Can I? No. I can't do anything like that. Liar. Been lying as. Oh. Yeah, doesn't know what Creatures is. Why? Stupid? Thought I knew everything. Dude, I'm trying to pick up there. When's this trumpet plant fruit? Tasty. Oh, screw all you. Beat the Norns till they wake up. They're awake right now. They don't really need to sleep for that long. Maybe I'm just being impatient. Hey, Bub, you want to try this? Nobody ever wants to drink these. They're really healthy, but nobody ever wants to drink them. I think that would give you more energy, buddy. Why are you looking at me like that? Why are you grimacing at me? Bub. Eat it. What? Why are you staring at me with a big frown on your freaking face? Flib. No, flib you. Bub, eat that. Yeah, eat that. Yes. We get crossing. Sometimes I just feel like the things that happen in my life are just so damn ridiculous that it's like unreal. Bingo, let's get some food. I have just eaten, and I still actually have some of my food that I was just eating over there. And I'm gonna finish eating it when I'm hungry. Champ intensely sad. What's wrong, Champ? Bro. Champ just said he's intensely sad. Champ, why? What's wrong with you, Champ? You're in pain because you're being beaten. Honestly, Champ, you were beating him way longer ago, so maybe that's why. You're thirsty? Champ, here, get some water. Here, Champ. Champ, get the water. Champ, thirsty. Come get this water. I didn't know they could get thirsty like that. Champ, come get the water. Hey, Champ, wanna do that? Champ, don't be intensely sad. See, I took good care of them. Champ, run. Don't run away, Champ. Don't worry, it's alright. I know everybody thinks you're a bully because you like to hit Bub. But you are the older Norn. Maybe you gotta be a better leader, man. He's talking it out with Honey. Him and Honey are good friends. Because they were both together before Bug was hatched. The two oldest. And while Bub is all by himself over here playing with the fire. No, it's okay, Bub. Look. You play with that? Don't touch the fire, Bub. Are you touching the fire? Are you getting burned? Yes, you are. Stop it. Are you stupid? The journalist mentioned your shared vein? That's awesome. These are the things that should be in the news. People understand. What's this pink line? Is it a glitch? Probably glitching. Eat, eat. Y'all hungry? Look at them eating. I just love eating. That's why I like to see. Y'all need to stop freaking fighting. There's a freaking thing right here you can hit if you want to hit something. Why do you guys get so much beef against each other? Are you hitting him? Oops. I don't know who's hitting him. It's so hard. Like, I wish there was more of an alert thing to tell like who was doing what, so I could immediately punish or praise whoever is doing what. Especially like, especially the hitting. Like, I never know who to hit because I hear them slapping each other. And I don't know who's slapping who. Mod your game, Bingo. That's how I tried putting a mod in my other game, and that's how it stopped working. So I'm a little nervous to do that. Can Fashley fill in? I don't want Fashley here, bro. Freaking Fashley. I don't have Fashley, guys. It's on Bongo's phone. I don't have access to that. So no one bringing it up. I just... Okay. Bingo is so cool to Fashley. She's not my bot. Not my bot, not my problem. And she's not even my real sister. So what do you guys say about that? Can you sit Nigel next to you on cam? Well, sure, why not? What's it? Wait. Yeah. I don't know where to put his ass. We go see him. I can see him right here. Close enough. Keep him onto your shoulder like a parrot. Put him on your shoulder like a parrot. Why do everybody keep saying that? Why do you... Bingo, you're my hero. How are you so cool? What's your secret? Just not caring, like, that deeply about things I don't actually care about. Or pretending to care. I'm not, like, apathetic though either, is a thing. Because that wouldn't be cool either. You have to, basically, I'm not fake. That's what it is. You can't, I don't like people who are fake. And every time I interact with people who are fake, it makes me want to be fake. So when I interact with people and I'm not being fake, it makes people want to be themselves. Can you tell Lambert and Flores lore again? Sure. I'll tell you about it. Yeah, I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you about all of them. So, I wish I could actually pull up pictures, though. Let me see something. Am I able to go on TikTok on the computer? Yeah. Okay. I'll talk to you guys about these. Exit. So, let's see. Let me see. I don't have a picture of Stag. Are you serious? Okay, well, I don't have a picture of Stag apparently, except for like this one. So, here's Stag. So, how he made. First, he made Flora before he made the other guys. And the first one he made was Flora. This is what she looked like as a little baby, kinda. See, this is him after he made her. And she made all the plants and shit. And it was awesome. Stag was really happy. He wept because he was so happy. Because this was like the biggest success in his whole career as like a god at this point. And they got along great. Flora like basically sees Stag as like her father. And she's like the golden child because she's just like this perfect little plant person. So time goes on, and it's just Stag and Flora are the only two beings in this whole world with the plants. And Flora like goes to Stag, and she asks him like, basically she's like asking for like a companion, like a someone, other than Stag, I guess, to hang out with. And Stag thinks it's a good idea because he sees the world and he sees that it's full of like abundance and the plants are like nurturing, like they can be eaten and all that shit. Like Flora made plants basically for originally it was just for I guess her and Stag, mostly Stag. I don't think that Flora can eat plants, and Stag doesn't even really need to eat, so the plants weren't really like serving any kind of use right at this point. So Stag made another being. Oh, and how he made Flora, I forgot. I should have explained how he made her. What he did to make Flora is because everything, the land was like barren, and he picked up a small rock that was the same size and about the same shape of what would be an acorn. And he held it up to the sun for like 3 days or something. Did you paint the border flowers? These ones? I had a special brush I was using that was like some kind of weird flower brush. So yes and no. 3 days, like I guess. I don't really remember how many days it was. And then when he was done doing that, because it's not in Oro, because here's the thing, Frogs is usually associated with the moon, and Stag is usually associated with the sun. So the sun is in Oro is kind of tied to some of Stag's like magical properties. So when he did that, it turned it into an actual acorn, like a little enchanted little acorn thing. And he buried it, and he used his blood, because you remember when I said before how he used parts of himself to make each and one of these? He used his blood to water the plant, and Flora came out later on. And Flora, he used like the least amount of himself, I would say, to make her. So there's two types of like, I guess you could say magic or powers, which is the ones that come from Stag and the ones that come from Oro itself. And she is more Oro stuff than she is Stag, but she has a bit of Stag in her still. Next is Fauna. So yeah, Flora wanted a companion. Hello?
Would you say you identify more with Flora or Stag?
Stag? Stag. I made Stag when I was in middle school, and he was basically like originally like my quote unquote persona, but I don't want to say we were exactly alike. Obviously, he's like a way more extreme archetype of a certain archetype of my own. Anyway, I relate to all of them though. I relate to Fauna or Flora, because they're kind of like Stag. Because Stag made them using like so. Yeah, I guess you could say I also relate to them too because they all are kind of connected in a way. So Stag did the same thing, kind of what he did before, where he got another rock. This time it was a rock that was the size and shape of like an egg. And I can't really remember what he did with this egg to make it match. Oh, I know what he did. What he did was, and this is still kind of in the works, he did not use a stone this time actually. He used clay. And Stag, because he's like, he's not like a human or anything. He's immortal. He's partially like a spiritual, metaphysical being. So whenever I say he does something like to himself, like what I'm about to say, just so you know, it's not like the same as if it was a human. But he had to like remove, I don't know about all of it, but a majority of like his flesh, skin, and he wrapped it up, and then he pulled the clay egg and he molded it into like an egg shape over the skin. And then he held on to it, and it took a lot longer. Like for Flora, it only took her like 3 days to come out of the ground. For Fauna, it took a long time, and he had to just hang on to this egg for a long time. And then Fauna hatched out of the egg eventually. And I think I actually have a picture of her as a baby too somewhere. I just don't know why it's not saved. It should be saved. Here. It should be here. And Fauna was not exactly like Flora, obviously. For one thing, when Flora was made, Flora almost immediately after being created started making plants and stuff. Like it came naturally to her. Fauna didn't really know what she was supposed to create or how. And for like the first couple of years of her existence, she did not create anything, and she was really stressed out about creating something. But Stag was really patient with her. And, it's not like he was rushing her or anything. Where did that one drawing go that I did? I thought I posted it here. It's crazy. All right. Well, I cannot find the picture I was looking for, so let me just go back. I'll just use this one. Close enough. This is like, I guess, what Fauna looks like as a child. But she didn't really know what she was supposed to do. And her and Fauna, I always get Flora and Fauna's name is fucking muddled up because they're so similar. But Flora, after like she got a little bit older, like she was like a kid like this, her and Flora went around the valley together so Flora could teach her all about the plants. And she really liked the plants. She thought they were awesome. She thought they were beautiful. What's under Fauna's mask? Fauna is the only one actually now that has a face. Stag used to have a face until he made Fauna. And Fauna kind of just has like a little, it looks like almost like a deer human looking face. Like, it looks like kind of like how Stag's mask looks, I guess you could say. And to me, Fauna is actually the most like Stag. She's, to me, like almost like the female version of Stag. But anyway, after Flora and Fauna got back from their little adventure around the valley, Fauna was like, she was even more like disheartened than ever because she saw all the cool things that Flora made. And when she tried asking Flora, like, how did you do it? How did you make it? Flora really didn't know how to answer her. She just said it came naturally because that she doesn't think about how her powers work ever. So she went to Stag. Fauna went to Stag and was like telling him she needed help. Is Stag weaker now after yeah, every single time Stag made one of these guardians, he did get weaker. And that's why he's kind of in a frail state as in the current story, because he's still kind of recovering from making them all. But he can gain it back slowly. It just takes forever. So Stag is a god or what? Yes, he is. I actually refer to him as something else though. I hardly ever call him a god because I call him this. I call him the Newman. If you don't know what Newman means, it means this. Newman is the Latin term for divinity, divine presence, or divine will. Blah 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 blah. But anyway, it's basically like the spiritual presence that presides over something. Like God would be the Newman of a church. Stag is the Newman of the Valley of Oro. That's basically how it works. Thank you guys for all the nice stuff you guys are saying. But anyway, so Stag decides to help her, but Stag is not very direct ever. He's kind of cryptic, so he didn't give her a direct answer. He went and he got a bunch of clay, and he gave it like this big lump of clay to her. And he said that this was the key to her abilities. Something like that. And Fauna was confused, but she decided to just go with it because this is the first time Stag. Thank you, Milano Boy. 95 for the 10 subs. I didn't even see that. Let me show no more. And thank you for the other 10 subs, Milano Boy. Alright. Oh shit, I thought I X'd out of it. Let me finish this real quick and I'm gonna graft 10 times. Maybe 20 times actually. 20 times. So Fauna, and I'm working on a story with all this stuff, so just so you guys know. This will probably be an actual story later. So Fauna, she took the clay and not really knowing what to do with it, she just made them into like 8 different eggs. Like she just made 8 eggs. And those eggs did finally eventually hatch. And she was so happy, she wept. And they hatched into, each egg hatched into a completely different creature. And these creatures would go on to produce the first original animals of Oro. But the original ones that hatched out of these clay eggs were a little bit different. They weren't like normal animals, but their offspring were. So that's all that happened. And now I'm going to do the grafting real quick, and then I'll go up and finish up the rest of this, which is the Lambert part, which is the craziest part of the story. So here we go. I'm grafting. 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 Boom. I think that was 20 times. Oh, fine here. I'm just gonna say that was. You need to know why Lambert splits into 2 people? Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. So here's Lambert, guys. Lambert, that's another commission I did. Lambert is the 3rd one Stag creates. And he creates him for a bit of a different reason. With Flora and Fauna, he made them to create life, you know, obviously. Like that's what they were for. They were to create life and all that jazz. So every animal on Oro, and including humans, eventually, weren't technically made directly by Stag's hand. They were made by Fauna, but Fauna was made by Stag. So in a way, you could still say Stag is like, I don't know what you would do with that. But there was a problem arising after all that. After a long time of animals like reproducing and life going on, pretty soon, because here's the thing, Stag's job, what he does is he was basically working as the Grim Reaper by guiding the souls through the Shadowlands and making sure they would get reborn again into the Valley of Life. So there wasn't really a heaven or a hell. Everybody just got reborn. And if there were evil creatures in the Valley of Life, what actually would happen with those guys is Fauna would banish them if they did something too messed up or too out of line, or they were throwing off the harmony or balance or whatever. They would be banished from the valley, and outside the valley was basically like limbo, like limbo land. Like, so those creatures would just be forced to like walk around like Shadowlands forever, I guess. So yeah, you don't want to be bad. But Stag was getting a little overworked because now there were so many souls, he was like having a hard time keeping up. And it was he was trying to feel like strain for like the first time ever. Like he was feeling strain from all this. So he wanted to make a new guy, like a new one that could. I mean, he also just like, you know, what did Lambert's old design and name? His old name was really weird. It was Allinger, I think, or something like that. I can't remember why or what his name was based off of. I think it was based off like Edgar Allan Poe or something. I have no idea what the heck kind of name it was. But I made him when I was really young, and he was a character that I just didn't know what to do with for a long time, but I really liked it. So I just kind of hung on to him. And then eventually I finally found out what his purpose is. So Stag needs to make a new little guy to help him. So what he does is this. He uses sunlight, like little sunlight particles, and he was going to sever off a piece of his shadow to make a being that could travel very easily through like the Shadowlands, because that's where they're going to be at. Like him and his new little assistant, they're going to be in the Shadowlands a lot. So he wanted to make sure they could travel there easily. But there was a problem. The shadow that he had cut off from himself was not compliant, and it started wriggling and slithering, and it slithered away, and he tried to catch it and he couldn't because it wasn't physical. And it got away, and Stag did not see where that piece of a shadow ever went. So that was ominous. But he decided to not get Peter Pan inspo. Honestly, yeah, a little bit. Peter Pan did kind of inspire me. But so Stag was like, you know, he was stressed out about it, but he couldn't deal with the problem right then and there because he had so much other stuff going on. So Stag tries the ritual, same exact ritual again, except this time, what Stag does is he breaks off his antlers and uses those as well to give it something physical to ground it. Because you see, Stag has two designs. Let me show you. Actually, I don't think I'll be able to show you here. I don't know if I have it. But there's two designs that Stag has. He has one design I draw him like sometimes, where his antlers are attached to his head. And that was basically his pre-Lambert design. And everything after that, what he looks like is his mask. The antlers are coming out of the mask because he has fake antlers after that incident. Or not incident, whatever it is. So now Lambert was made, and he's half metaphysical and half physical. And his whole purpose is that he is essentially Stag's like student / assistant, and it's all fine and dandy for a while.
You weren't kidding, you're an amazing storyteller.
Thank
Have
you.
you created a major villain character that opposes Stag, or something that threatens the Valley of Oro?
There is. It's coming up. It's coming up. Trust me, it's coming up. This is going to be the part where there is actual conflict. Bingo, what about your demon characters? I can tell you about those guys soon. Don't worry. I'll get to those guys. They're not really a part of this big story. But they do have somewhat of a connection, but it's really weird. Anyway, over time, Lambert, as he gets older, and he, you know, sometimes he's in the land of the living, sometimes he's not. But he usually likes to be in the valley better than in the Shadowlands. And he sees his two older sisters, Flora and Fauna, and what they do, how they create things, and like how they get to like have something that they get to watch grow, basically. And he just feels left out. Like he doesn't feel like, he sees it almost as the fact that he doesn't get to do what they're doing as like exclusion. So like he wants to be able to do that too. And he thinks, well, Stag made them and they get to do that. Why do I have to do something different? So he goes to Stag and he asks Stag like to create something because like he wants to just do that instead. And Stag is like, no, 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 no. You like he explains to him basically that even though flora and fauna's purpose, like what they do seems like great and seems fulfilling, that his purpose is really important and very like it's something that he should be proud of and that he should just like Stag, like I don't know, maybe Stag just didn't like he just wasn't really like understanding why Lambert would even feel that way. Because it's a lot of work, I guess. Like I don't know, but Lambert wasn't happy about this. He wasn't happy that Stag said no. So he started like he just stopped. Like he would like skip out on like going to the Shadowlands. Like he didn't really want to help out sometimes, and he would just go be by himself, isolated in a cave, and think about like the things that he wanted to do. And then one day, you remember earlier when I was saying how there was a shadow that Stag had severed off him originally to make Lambert, but it got away? That shadow comes back and it finds Lambert. And this shadow, because it was originally Stag's shadow, the shadow almost like resents Stag for severing him off to begin with. Because like, you know, it's like the shadow's weird. The shadow is very weird because it's a character kind of, but it's a character that can only exist through other characters because he has to be connected to something. He doesn't even have like a name or anything. So no, the shadow does not have a name. He's just the shadow because he doesn't really have an identity of his own at all. It's weird. It's very confusing to explain for me. I'm still trying to figure it out. The shadow is one of the most difficult characters for me to figure out. But the shadow sees Lambert, and because Lambert is so like closely like I guess related, I guess, to Stag, like very similar to Stag, the shadow anchors on to him. And the shadow starts talking to Lambert and saying that things like, I'm your brother because we, and he's not even really lying about that because technically they came from the same thing and he was meant to be him originally. And he tells him that like he's right to feel the way he does about it. It is unfair. Stag is unfair and that like, you know, he deserves to have more. And he's basically just like feeding into Lambert's. Yeah, the shadow's just called the shadow. Sometimes I call it Shadow Brother, the Shadow Brother, because it's Lambert. It just depends on who the character's connected to. Because there's a time after this, after the Lambert stuff, where the shadow, if Lambert gets split in half, so the shadow would no longer be attached to Lambert; he'd be attached to another person. And he does change after that because he changes depending on who he's attached to. Lambert. I know his name doesn't sound like Lambert. That's his human name. So Lambert starts going kind of crazy. He starts doing his own thing and making his own like creations essentially by using basically necromancy. He basically would bring people back from the dead, like promising them eternal life, and in return they just got to be a part of his quote unquote kingdom. He's like he's like spiraling, like he's like going crazy, like he really doesn't like he's at his wits end, and the shadow isn't helping. So when Stag finds out about this, he doesn't do the thing right away. He waits a lot. He tries really hard to talk to Lambert. He tries really hard to, because you know Lambert's like his son. Like he loves this little guy. But Lambert does not feel the same way about Stag. Lambert is probably the only one who doesn't see Stag as a father figure. He just sees him as like a teacher or a boss, I guess. Maybe when he was first made he did, but he's so like broody and moody. He's like a moody teenager. Thank you, Unweave Cole, for the 5 gifted subs. Awesome. Lambert wasn't. No, he was mean by Stag. But he didn't get to do what he wanted to do. He wanted to make life, and Stag said no. And anyway, one day, I'm just going to skip some of the story, yada yada yada. Because Lambert's too far gone, Stag has to take action. He finds Lambert. He like casts like a spell of like weariness over him. And while Lambert is asleep, is Flora and Fauna the life creators? Yes, they create all the life. So Stag technically didn't create anything, but he did create Flora and Fauna and create everything else. And after Lambert fell asleep, Stag had like this. He had this enchanted item. I can't remember exactly how he got it. I know it has something to do with Flora, I'm sure. And it's called the Amber Saw, and it's a saw because it's meant for surgical splitting. Like, you know what I mean? He didn't want to like kill Lambert or like destroy Lambert or anything like that. He was trying to do this literally to help him, and he severed Lambert in half right here. So he split off his metaphysical half from his physical half. And then Lambert turns into the two characters. I know this is a silly picture, but the upper half became Onley. And the lower half became Bile. Onley retained all of Lambert's memories. He remembers everything. He basically like is Lambert, I guess you could say. But he has like a sense of clarity too. So he is like a remorseful for like the things that had happened, and he wants to be good and make up for it by protecting the valley from evil, and you know, just like being basically a little angel, basically being an angel, a protector. And the lower half originally was just running around. It had no, like, imagine if you were split in half, for example, and you saw your lower legs just running around bleeding with no brain, no head, so it's got no direction, like a chicken with its head cut off. So Onley just felt really bad, you know. He felt like, you know, I'm the one that remembers doing all those terrible things. Why should this part suffer, the part that doesn't even remember anything? So he asked Stag to like heal it, basically, and Stag does agree because he feels bad. And the Flora and Fauna are actually the ones who end up healing her, and she originally looks like different though. She originally looks like this. She was like this little creature that came out. There's her and Onley. Onley, Bile. And Bile, here's the thing, because Bile is connected from the feet, Bile has the shadow in her still. And the shadow is down with Bile. And the shadow hates Bile. Because Bile is nothing like Stag, and Bile's nothing like Lambert. And he does not find her relatable, I guess. And no, the shadow in charge. The shadow tried to be in charge, but Bile actually ended up not overcoming it, but taking control, because I don't really know. She just has more, because when they got split in half, all of like their powers got split, and she just got full control of the shadow. So Bile becomes fucked up and evil after a while because of the darkness in her soul, not having an actual heart or having an actual brain. And she does start to like wither and shit, and she looks like different later on. Oh wait, these are just more drawn to Bile. See, right here, this kind of shows the evolution right here. A little fluffy animal, and then
Bingo, I need to see this comic soon. You've put so much thought into this world you've created, and it needs to be shared.
I'm working on it, don't you worry. This is something I have been putting a lot of work into. And I'm actually probably working on this more right now than I am my other comic, but I'm still going to finish that one too. And that's basically where the lore ends off right now. Oh, and Bile was banished too. Bile was also banished eventually to the Shadow World. And that's about it. That's about the whole story I got so far. And I am working on a really cool...
Does Flora ever get sad under her happy mask? Showing Flora being sad could be a cool visual.
Flora can be sad. Flora's emotions are weird because she doesn't have like a normal body, so she's like a plant. So her way her emotions work are kind of different. She can when she gets sad, she like wilts almost, like she gets wilty. It's like almost bad for her health. Oh, and Flora, I forgot to mention, Flora every winter, Flora dies. Every winter, Flora dies, and her soul would go to the Shadowlands, and she would use that time to help Stag with the soul ship before Lambert. But she comes back every spring. Bingo, I need clarification. Is Lambert is dead and his shadow is alive and alone? His shadow is not alone, it's with Bile, which is even worse. He's like Bile's prisoner. The shadow, I imagine, actually wants to go back. It actually misses Lambert and like regrets almost because it feels like it ruined what it had because now it's stuck with this crazy ass demon who makes it do stupid crap all the time. Thank you, Chuck Whip, for the 10 gifted subs. And Unweep Colt. Alright, I'm gonna graph now for these two. You think? I'm gonna graft 10 times. I'm gonna graft 10 times. I'm grafting. 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 Boom. Okay. Thank you, Malarna Boy. 95 for the 10 gifted subs. Everybody W in the chat. I'm going to graft another 5 times. I'm grafting. I'm grafting. I'm grafting. I'm grafting. I'm grafting. Oh. Keep keep Bingo grafting the whole stream. Pretty funny. I don't think you guys would be able to handle that. Champ sad. What is wrong with you, Champ? You're making me not want to play this game because you're making it depressing. Bored? Prop? Oh, I'm done with this fucking game. I'm gonna take a break from that game. Does Mott appear in either of your story? Mott is a character me and Bongo came up with when we were also still in middle school. When we first made Frox and Stag, we were thinking like, well, where did Frox and Stag come from? So we wanted to make like a thing that created them. And Mott isn't evil. It isn't even real. I mean, no, Mott is a real character. She was the one that made Frox and Stag, and she made Infinity. But after she raised them and Frox and Stag went to Oro and Owo, she flew into outer space, and nobody knows what happened with her after that. Certain things are that far back in the lore, we don't mind just leaving with some mystery, because it's something, if Frox and Stag don't know, then we wouldn't know. That's how I see it. Bingo, do you think you could try Bookshot Roulette tonight? You might like it. I actually do like that. I used to watch people play that game all the time. I love that game. I've never played it myself. But yeah, we could play that game. Let me download it. This game, I used to love watching people play it, and I remember thinking all the time, I really want to play this game so bad. It's just my kind of game. I don't know what it is. I like the thrill with the barrel over against your head. Let's go. Y'all ever seen that game that's like Buckshot? It's like Russian roulette, but it's with oranges. Not the annoying orange, no. Let me show you. I'll turn it off for a second. Orange. It's this one.
Governor
crazy.
Katie Hobbs.
Ah,
She
I
knows
tried
what
one
it's
gra-
like to work
braid.
fast food and drive Uber to get by. As governor, she
Shut up, bro. You don't care about this stuff, bro? Come on. See, it's like this orange guy. I came here to grow, but they picked me to play the game. You have a banana gun. Have you ever seen this? I think about the music in this a lot. This reminds me a lot of my life. What happened? I don't know. This is when I watched only one Bongo. I remember watching this stuff a lot. I think it's like because of the sense of dread and like inevitability. Something bad's gonna happen. Can you and Bongo play this IRL? Very funny. What's this? Who does the gardening? Thank you, Goblin Grease. Play. Hold up. Let me grab some real fast before I start this game. Oh shit. Hang on. Just keep jamming out, you guys. I just gotta find my vape. I'm cheesing. Okay. Oh, Henry. Fix the chair? What's wrong with the chair? Chair's fine. You fix the chair. Is it sure, Bingo? Thank you. What? Oh, the head part? Oh, yeah. Fine. Please sign the waiver. Bingo. That's my name. 1 live round, 2 blanks. I got this. I insert the shells in an unknown order. So... Wait, it was 2 blanks? Oh god. Should I shoot myself or should I shoot him? Should I shoot him? Fuck! Fuck you! No, I fucked it all up. Alright, it's my first try. Just shoot me. Asshole. I thought I was being smart. I wasn't being smart enough. Careful now. Shut up, bro. My first time playing. I don't need to hear that. 3 lives, 2 blanks. Okay, you're so dead, bro. Oh, you guys did a prediction. Thank you. Die. How did that feel? How did that feel? Yeah, shoot yourself. You're so stupid, bro. Freaking, there was, oh my god, dude. Okay, I won without even trying. Let's make this a little more interesting. Please. 2 items each. More items before every load. I got a knife. I got another knife. Awesome. You got handcuffs? 1 live round, 1 blank. I want to go first. This better be live. Gotcha. Yay. Okay. Oh, more handcuffs. Dude, you're gonna be my prisoner. Wait, shit, I forgot to see how many there were. It's alright. Handcuff yourself. How many blinks were there again? How many lives were there? I was not paying attention. Bingo excited to get handcuffs without even knowing what they do. I do know what they do, bro. I've watched playthroughs for this game. I know what they do. They stop him from going. Look what you made me do. Sorry. Why would you shoot yourself in the head, Bingo? I'm playing a game. It's called Buckshot Roulette, and that's part of the game. It's called a strategy. And now I'm handcuffed. Very interesting. This guy reminds me so much of myself. Fuck this guy. How? I don't know, just like the way he looks and talks and like his demeanor. The way he like grabs things. The way he looks. I mean, maybe it's like the uneven eye holes. He reminds me of how he reminds me of like an archetype I would have. Now I'm gonna kill him. So dead. Blood everywhere. Your brain's all out on the floor. Your time has come. Oh, look at that. Y'all want your refunds? No more defibrillators, no more blood transfusions. Now me and you are dancing on the edge of life and death. I'm not dancing, bro. I don't need to do all that. I'm walking. Four items. Let's go. Got one of those. Got a beer. Got another one of these. And I got a pack of smokes. Awesome possum. Is this whole game luck based? I wouldn't say that. You have to kind of be, like, if you're just doing it, like if you're not paying attention, just going off luck, you have a higher chance of losing. What you gotta do is about...
Hello, my name's Alfonso Refrigerator. I am longtime listener and first-time caller who has a question for Bingo. Bingo, is possible is past life you were a Chinese? Thanks. I'll hang up and listen.
It's interesting that you asked that question. Because I've thought about this before. I think in my past life I was not Chinese. I think I was an old man who was a fisherman. Not like a normal one though, like one like that would go to Antarctica and catch like tuna and shit. I had a dream about it one time. 78-year-old man. I'm not 78-year-old man, no. I also could have been like a medieval person. I was not paying attention. It's blank, right? Ooh, how did I know that, buddy? Ooh, looks like I got one in there now. Ooh, looks like you're dead. One less life for you. Bingo saying in one of her past lives she was an old and medieval person. Yeah, it is genius. You're right. I know myself. Wasted the glass? Well, I got a shot on him, did I not? 8 Poppy. Let the pro handle this. Blank. I have 3. Like, how many I have? Not waste. What else am I supposed to do with these things? But use them. Dude, how much I love to shoot you in your dumb freaking face. You don't even have a name, bro. You don't even have a body. Very interesting. Fuck you! He got good items though. I think he's cheating. Bro. I don't care if it's interesting. You gotta stop saying that every time. Lee. Use the handcuffs more? I don't think I have any handcuffs right now. You better not use them again, bro. I'm gonna be so angry. Okay. Look at him using all his glasses. Look at this guy. Cheating ass. Fucking. God damn you! When is it gonna be my turn? When? Hey guys, I forgot, what does drinking the beer do? Wait, racks the shotgun, ejects the current shell. Oh. Okay. Naive, that's good. Alright. Yay! Very interesting. Interesting. Where am I? You know what? I'm gonna handcuff you too. How about that? How do you like that, huh? I only got one life left, buddy. I always knew I would be good at this game. Oh. Are you ready? Are you ready? That's what I should be asking you. You're the one who should be worried, pal. Blank. So I'm gonna drink the beer.
Bingo. If you could live during any period in history, what would be your preferred? I sometimes feel I was born in the wrong era, that I should have lived during the mid-18th century.
I wouldn't mind being born in like the sometime like in the 30s, but I would have to be a guy. That's the only thing. Medieval times too, I wouldn't mind. Actually, fuck that, bro. I don't want to be no medieval times. I like the medieval times, but I know like it probably is not fun living there. Or I would want to go back to like really early, like the first few, like BC, to know the truth. Money! I won. I'm a freaking winner! I took home the gun, and I took home the money. Was there a prediction set? Will Bingo win? I'm gonna put yes. Oh wait, no, I already did it. Okay. Can I play another round? Oh, that wasn't for this round? Alright then, I'm gonna do another one. Here, I'll make a prediction. Where is it? Bingo, what are you saying right now, Bingo? That I was gonna make a prediction. That's what I was saying. Oh wait, choose outcome. It didn't, yes. Wait. Will Bingo win? Okay, yes. Oh, it's trying to update, okay. Let me try it again. It was refunded? So I should just delete? Delete, yes. Refresh and make a new one. Oh, okay. Another one was already made. Thank you to whoever did that. Holy crap, it's so hot in here, bro. I need the fan to blow on me for a minute. Hopefully this round will actually be challenging. Alright, guys? Hang on. I'm gonna fix the fan. Hold on, I'm gonna borrow the fan for a bit. I'm kind of curious how Bongo would do at this. Bongo would rage hard. Yeah. Boy, I'm here to kill you again. Dealer, what's your deal? I wonder where she is. She's sleeping peacefully in bed. Dreamland. 1 live round, 2 blanks. Interesting. This guy's ruining the word interesting for me. Last time I shot him and it was wrong and I lost a life. So this time I'm going to try shooting myself again. Fuck this game. Wow. Okay. Three live rounds, 2 blanks. They enter the chamber in a hidden sequence. There's 3 live, 2 blanks. And there's 2 live and 2 blanks. Now there's 1 blank and 2 lives. Now he dead. See, he tried doing what I did. He should have learned. He always does that, bro. He always kills himself in this part. Let's make this a little more interesting. Red. 2 items each. Okay. More items before I reload. Okay. Put this on. I can't remember how many. Oh shit. Try again. Gotcha. More handcuffs. This thing. More cigarettes. Bingo, you gotta have a mind like an elephant. Alright. Oh, you know what? You just reminded me. I actually, today I want to watch some, I think today I want to watch something with you guys. It is a nature documentary type thing, but it's the best one ever, and it's really it's got a really cool. It's really cool. There's no I can't remember there's elephants in it. It's called The Last Feast of the Crocodiles, and it's about, well, I'll show you guys later. Put this on. It's really gruesome though. I have to warn you guys. It's a gruesome animal documentary, and it shows the brutality of nature. So if you don't like brutality, cover your eyes for that. The Last Piss of the Crocodiles. Can't take anything seriously, can you? I hate this guy! Smoke? Bingo? I still have like all my lives. Oh, I'm probably gonna need smoke after this. Great. Wow, you're so good at this game, guy. You're so good at this game. Great job. Good game. Three lives, 2 blanks. Come on. No! I want some eyeglasses. How come he gets one? I just healed. This guy probably thinks he's so freaking clever right now, huh? Now we're even. No. Don't do it. Please be a blank. Alright, I died. You're lucky it left you with the charge. Get up, Bingo. The night is young. Did I lose? I did lose. Wow. One more round. I made some mistakes out of the round. Get straight to the items. One live round, one. Wait, one live round, one blank? Is that what it said? Killing you will be more rewarding than the money. Okay, well that was lame. Killing you will be more satisfying than taking the money. It's over. Bingo wasting all the items. Guys, look at the points. I'm in the lead. And you're supposed to use your items. What else would you do with them? Shove them up your butt? Come on. 2 lives, 2 blanks. 50-50. No, wait. Can I put this down? I don't want to use it yet. Oh, whatever. I was gonna handcuff him first. It's fine. What are you doing? That has no strategy, bro. 3 lives, 2 blanks.